Alright guys, so for those of you who've been following us for a while, you've probably seen that we do a lot of stuff with a lot of custom homes on the high-end side. However, we also work with a lot of our clients that are trying to accumulate some wealth within real estate and are buying single-family homes or legal duplexes or student rentals and basically doing more of a buy and hold strategy. Today, we are actually at one of the first investment properties that I purchased that I continue to hold today. We've had a tenant here for the last 12 years. I wanted to share a quick story with you as we go through here. Is that a lot of times we'll get calls from a lot of our clients or landlords that are renting, and they'll call in a panic if there's a fridge or a dispute with a tenant or anything. I think it's really important when you're investing in real estate, especially on with rentals, is either you're going to look at things as the glass half full or half empty. In a day like today, it's really easy to look at it as glass half empty. But I also want to put things in perspective as we go through. But some of the stuff you're going to see inside might shock you. I know my wife, when she sees it, she's not going to be very happy. But it doesn't matter because we'll get through it, and I'll show you how. So come on through.
Things not looking good.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, man.
It looks like water got there, right? That's a problem. You can't leave a fridge closed without it being on, otherwise it starts to mold. Yeah, we're not. Oh my god, look at the color difference. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I don't think they have a vacuum.
You ever see that? Two-tone carpet.
It's better than what I seen on the weekend, man. It was like,
oh yeah?
cat rat in the middle.
No.
I walked out on my later.
So the good news is I'm not smelling like mold or anything like that, right? The toilet, yeah, he already mentioned it, and he said it was super dirty, so don't even look because this may be pretty bad. Yeah, look at that. That toilet's going to get replaced. Obviously this stuff gets all cleaned and everything like that. Alright. So there was closet doors on here that were taken off. It's literally painting. Wow, the wall's seen better days. Even if you ran this. There's not a single appliance in here that I think that's actually working right now. I don't know what to think. Speechless. I look decent because there's a bit of a. Oh, here are the closet doors.
Oh, there you have it.
Yeah, so I think they just came off. If we can get those put back on. Tile. Because the baseboards are in pretty bad shape too.
We gotta replace the baseboard.
So we'll replace the baseboard and the shoe mold, right? A quarter round.
Yeah, we'll go up to there.
Yeah, we'll just stop to here. Alright guys, so we're back at the same rental property. We were here yesterday with Masood from Eglinton Hardwood Flooring, so a quick shout out to them, because anytime, whether it's going to be one of our investment properties or whether it's going to be a brand new luxury build, those guys have always been there for us, so really appreciate they came out yesterday. So I wanted to come back today because I wanted to share with you an experience and that I think is going to be very beneficial for anybody who's considering investing in real estate, especially if you're thinking of being a landlord, or if you already are and you're already going through some hard times. Maybe this will kind of help you get past that. So number one, this property, as I mentioned earlier, we bought it. It was one of our first investment properties that we bought as a rental. We had a tenant in here for 12 years, super nice guy, paid his rent on time. If there was a problem, he would call us, but he'd say he'd take care of it. I started getting a little bit suspicious because it felt like he didn't want us to come here and see the condition of the unit. So I'm going to already confess, I'm not the greatest landlord. Any good landlord would have been coming here every 6 months to every year. I haven't been here in 12 years. So I shouldn't be surprised to see what I'm seeing, but there are a couple firsts. I will say I had one rental property one time where we had to evict the tenant, and when we went back after the sheriff was there with an evicting the tenant, he actually stole the hardwood floors. He actually ripped the hardwood floors. So we've seen some pretty crazy stuff, but you're gonna see some more stuff here today. So number one, this kitchen was like this whole unit was a premium unit. We had integrated appliances, stainless steel, quartz countertop, integrated quartz sink with backsplash, higher end fixtures and stuff like that. Ideally, we wish it would be in the same condition. Unfortunately, it's not. First thing, look at the fridge. So this fridge, as soon as I open it, I get a whiff. It's probably not been working for 2 years or more. When a fridge is not working, if you leave it closed, it's going to build up with mold. So it does not look pretty, and it certainly does not smell good. So we're definitely going to have to get that replaced, and that's not an inexpensive fridge because it is an integrated fridge. The appliances are all salvageable. They're going to need some crazy elbow grease. There's actually, well, there's enough grease in there. Maybe, grease is not the word I should be using, but we're definitely gonna have to get that all fixed up. But at least the good news is the microwave and the dishwasher is working. The sink was a really nice feature. I'm hoping that we'll be able to keep it, because check this out. So this cover comes off, and this was an integrated sink, and this used to be white. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm hoping that can be cleaned. One of the firsts for me was this. You gotta check this out, come here. So this is the bedroom, and I don't know what the video quality is when you're seeing this, but this is actually broadloom, and it's not two pieces of carpet, it's not two-tone. This is actually carpet. This was the original color, and then this is what happens after 12 years of never cleaning or probably even vacuuming. So you can imagine what the rest of the unit looks like. But yeah, that's not pretty. And then even things like the California shutters, they all gotta be taken out, everything's gotta be clean. But watch this, come here. And now when we go into the washroom, sink doesn't work, because this water's been here for 2 days. Toilet's cracked, had to use the washroom earlier. I'm gonna save you guys, I will not open this just because I actually care about our viewers. But to flush the toilet, you literally have to pull that out and pull on a string to flush it. So we're gonna have to replace the toilet, replace the vanity, check the rest of the fixtures if they're working. So there's a ton of work in here. We're gonna spend thousands and thousands, probably over $10,000 to get this unit to where it should be again. So what's the moral of the story here? So let me break it down and look at big picture. Tenant was here for 12 years. Normally if you're renting, you're going through a couple of tenants within that 12-year period. So every time, let's say if the tenant was a 3-year cycle or 4-year cycle, I would be, cleaning broadloom, painting. I mean, the guy could have called me 2 years ago when it was time to replace the fridge. I didn't have to fix it. The cost of a repair almost is the same cost as replacing the fridge sometimes. So these are all things that I would have done that I didn't do for the last 12 years. It's happening now. So that's part of the big picture, bigger picture. I bought this unit for $212,000 12 years ago. I think I put 10% down, so I put about $25,000 down of my own money. Today my mortgage on this unit, and I've never made the mortgage payment myself, it was the rent from the tenant that paid the mortgage payment. So none of my money is really here, right? Remember, so no repairs. Actually, that's not true. I replaced the washer and dryer within the last year, so about $2,000 there. But regardless, I'm getting too much details, it's this. My mortgage is $108,000. I put $25,000. If I spend another $10,000, I'm all in at $150,000. Today, this unit is just shy of $500,000. That's a total of $350,000. So, glass half full, right? So I'll sum it up even easier by saying, give me 10 more fridges of these, give me 10 more sinks, 10 more ovens, if I'm going to be making $350,000 and doing nothing for the next 12 years. That is the way I look at it. And this stuff will get done, and it's not going to be the first time, it's not going to be the last time that we're going to run into these kinds of problems. But I hope for anybody who's thinking investing in real estate that this gives you some expectations of what you might encounter. You'll probably do a better job than I did and maybe avoid some of this stuff. But at the same time, even for you guys going through it, maybe change your perspective on it and help you get through it. So until next time, guys, take care. That's a good sound. Looks like this is working.